Hi, so today I'm not only going to review Clinique's 3-step skincare system, but I'm going to tell you how I started using it. I think some people who are having bad luck with it might find how I started using it useful, because I slowly started using it. I didn't jump into doing it like 2 times a day. Actually, I could never do it 2 times a day, and I think that's what it says on the box. I think that's too much for most people. Actually, I don't even use it every day. I use it 1 to 3 days a week. Really want to try it just because of the good reviews I've seen. So there was, I don't know, there was a bunch of different like sizes you could get of it, and I really wanted to get I think it was like a stocking stuffer size they had, but they were sold out. Depending on the sizes you get, it does range in price. So it can be pretty pricey, but it can also be pretty affordable, especially if you're just testing it out. So just check Sephora website. And if you don't know what number you are, depending on your skin type, it goes from number 1 to 4, I think it is. I'm technically a number 1. I have extremely dry skin. Like, this is going to sound really gross, but I'm going to tell you anyways. If I scratch my forehead, you can see little flakes come down. It's so nasty. Same thing with my cheeks sometimes. Like, that's how dry my skin gets, and that's just, I think it's hereditary. My mother has very dry skin. The first step was sold out, so I ended up getting the second step, and I'm glad I did. I'm just going to stick with this because I've found what works for me. So when I first got it, what I did was, this is the soap. It's supposed to all it's supposed to all be scentless. It's supposed to all be scentless, and I don't know about you, but to me, things that have no scent still have a scent, and usually I don't like it. This actually smells fine. Like, it doesn't have a beautiful smell because, you know, there's no scent, but it smells nice. So when you use the soap, or at least when I do 1 pump, and 1 pump actually gives you quite a bit. Then, the first night I used it, I did the soap like you would any other soap, 1 pump, rubbed it in my hands like this, and then on my face just like normal. This is the clarifying lotion. It's not really a lotion, it's very liquidy. And this smells a little, this smells not like alcohol, but it definitely has more of a scent to it than the soap does. But it doesn't smell terrible or anything. This is what I was most worried about. A lot of people were saying that it stung their skin. It didn't sting my skin, but there's definitely a tingle, but it feels nice. When I used this, I basically put it on a cotton, they have cotton rounds, like these are squares, so it's like this, and I don't know if you can see how large the opening is. I didn't need much of this product at all when I use it. So even today when I use it, I just go like that, and that should usually be enough. I mean, if it doesn't feel like enough, then just do that again. And then I take the corners, I don't know how well you can see it, I take the corners and pick it up like that, and then rub it on my face. Don't scrub it on your face, just rub it. Long strides. What I did the first time I tried this was I just put it on my jawline, because I wanted to see my reaction to it. Not just for my reaction to right after using it, but my reaction for the next day. I woke up the next day and everything was fine, and I loved how my skin felt. It was so smooth, and it just felt very refreshed, even to the touch. So then the next time I used it, I didn't use the lotion that time because I was slowly seeing how the products would work for me. So then I used the lotion, and I did something similar. I put some over here. I put this only on this side again, just to make extra sure that it was going to work for me. I didn't put this on the rest of my face yet. And then I put some of this over where I put this on this side. So that way, if I had a reaction on this side, but not this side, okay, wait a minute, how am I going to explain this? Okay. If I had a reaction over here and over here, I would know that it was the lotion that was giving me the reaction. If I only had the reaction over here, but not over here, then it was either this that would give me a reaction, was giving me a reaction, or both of them together. But luckily enough, I had no reactions to either of them, and I loved them. When I use the lotion, this is how I go about it. I put it on, I don't know if you can see because the bottle's in the way of me being able to see. I put about that much on my finger, and then I take these two fingers, dab it in there, and then start rubbing it on my face. Well, then start rubbing it on my face, and then I'm constantly taking more from here as needed, because a lot of times, even with just that drop, you'll notice you'll have a lot left, and anything left on any of the products, I just bring down my neck and sometimes into my chest, like upper chest up here. Boom. So yeah, like I feel like if I use too much lotion, I have used too much of the lotion before, and it's just made my face kind of greasy. Like even the next day I'll wake up and it will just have like a greasier feeling, and I don't like that, and I can tell if I use it too much it will have the opposite effect, because I did try to use this system once a day, every day, and after like a week my skin was doing the complete opposite of being extremely dry. It just started feeling kind of oily. So I pulled back a little bit on the product, and I've learned that 1 to 3 times a week is sufficient enough for me. If I don't use it at least once a week, my skin will go back to being extremely dry. So the products are definitely helping. They're definitely working. They're doing their job. One of the reasons why it's good to put the lotion on your finger instead of the palm of your hand is because if you put it on the palm of your hand, you're probably more likely to put too much lotion, because when you think of the ratio of the lotion compared to your hand, sometimes you'll put some and you'll think, oh, that doesn't look like much because you can see so much of your palm, and then you put more and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's too much. So if you just put it on your finger and you keep dabbing into it, you can always put more on your finger if that wasn't enough. And dabbing into it and wiping it on your face, that allows you to be able to tell easier how much you're putting on your face, because if you're rubbing it in, like taking some and rubbing it in, you might get to the point where you're like, oh, okay, that's enough. But if you just go like this and rub it on your face, then you don't really know you're putting too much on until it's already on, until you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I just put too much on. I hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but that's the way I use it. So yeah, going back to the cotton squares, you can get these at any pharmacy. These are from CVS, and I have them in the hard case, which is cool because you can just refill it, because they come in little packages as well. You could also use what they call cotton rounds, which are these, and they come in this tube type packaging. There's a lot of them in there. I don't know how much. 100 of them in here. And these are really cool because, I don't know, I feel like they soak up enough, but you're not using too much, like you're not wasting too much product. I think sometimes regular cotton balls, like too much goes deep into the product that you never get on your face, and it kind of wastes some of it. You don't need much of this product, or actually any of the products. But I do suggest starting off slowly just to find out what works for you. Even though it's best to always read the directions, I don't think it's always best to use it as often as the directions say, because they're not taking into consideration, you know, that even though people might have the same type of skin as far as being too dry or being too oily or a combination, people don't have the same skin. And one of the things you can do is you can go on to Clinique's website, and they have a little question and answer section about your skin, so you can see what number in the step program your skin would be. That's how I found out that I was a number 1, but like I said, I got the number 2. I got the number 2 one, and it works great for me. So if you can't find the one that works best for your skin, or the one that the Clinique website says will work best for your skin, you can always go up or down. I love the product. I do recommend anybody try it out. Just try it out slowly. because you might try it like one day and feel like you don't really get anything from it. The first day I definitely felt a slight difference as far as, I mean, my skin wasn't, my skin was still dry, but like I said with the clarifying lotion, I definitely felt the smoothness on my skin as far as like other parts that weren't as dry. So I figured it was gonna work from that day on, but it took about 2 weeks for me to notice any type of a like real difference. And then as far as my skin pretty much changing, it took about a month. After a month of using this product, I didn't have the nasty flakiness problem. My skin is still, you know, I still have dry skin, but it's not the same thing. It's helped immensely. So I hope you found this video helpful. If this system doesn't work for you, I hope that you find one that does. See you soon.